Today, I want us to talk about 5 places you can invest your 100,000 naira for maximum return. Yes, I see a lot of people doing this. A lot of people want to grow their money. A lot of people want to become wealthy in the nearest future, but they don't know how to invest safely. They've been hearing about investments. In fact, they want to start investing, but they are afraid of taking risks. They are afraid of putting their money into stocks, into ETFs, into other things that can bring down their savings over the years. So this is a major reason why I put out this video here today, so we all can learn how to grow and multiply our money. So today, the first thing I would love to talk about today is treasury bills. You might have been hearing the word treasury bills, but you don't know how to start investing in the treasury bills. Today, I'll be telling you how to go about this. But before we go deep into this form of investment, I would love to introduce myself, Oluchi Anyi. Yeah, and if this is your first time here, you're welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Please do well to like, do well to share, do well to subscribe, so that other persons that are on their journey to success and becoming wealthy will get to see this particular video. Initially, before the introduction, I was talking about treasury bills. So I want you to see treasury bills as a money you give to the government to invest, to do their own business, and in return pay you something. In return pay you an interest for your investment. So I would also want to tell you places where you can invest your money. You can invest with your normal bank, yes, but before you invest with your normal bank, you may need to go to the bank, ask for their criteria, because most times these banks have criteria before you can sign up with them. For Stanbic, their minimum is 500. But initially I told you I want to show you how you can start investing even if you just have 100,000, right? So let's say you don't have a million naira, you don't have 500,000 to invest with these physical banks. You have other options. You can make use of your Bamboo app to invest in treasury bills, and the minimum amount you can invest with the Bamboo is 10,000 naira. Last time I checked their interest on investment for treasury bills, it was 17 point something percent for 1 year. This simply means that if you want to do that of 1 year, you would know that at the end of everything, your interest for that 100,000 naira is 17%. It simply means they'll be paying you 17,000 naira for stocking your 100,000 naira with them. And let me also remind you that you can do these treasury bills for 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. If you know you are picking the package plan for 1 year, you know that it's 17%. You have 6 months, it's not going to be 17% again. You're going to divide that 17% by 2. I hope you get the explanation now for your treasury bills. So on our journey to building wealth, what I always tell people to do is don't plug out all your interest and start eating. Learn to delay gratification. Yes, don't eat all the interest with your 5 fingers. You can decide to pull some out and reinvest some. Or if you know you have something that is giving you steady income, why not reinvest that interest back? Why not reinvest that income, that interest back? This is what we call compounding interest. And with compounding interest, your money grows better and easier. I want us to understand something about the treasury bills. Is a safe place for you to keep your money because it has a stipulated interest rate. Your interest rate can never go below 17%. If it is 17%, that particular treasury bills was made for. It can go as high as that and it can go as low as that. All you need to do is open your app and check what the market is talking about that particular day. Yes. When it comes to money market fund, I usually encourage beginners to start here because it is easy to understand and it is a low risk investment. It is easy to understand and it is a low risk investment. Here, you don't necessarily need to invest yourself. Here, the money is gathered, is put together in one spot and is given to a fund manager. They are experts, they are called experts, and they invest your money into safe investments for better returns. And some of these money market funds usually do over 20%. Some of the top performing markets are on ARM Investments, Stanbic IBT, and FBN Quests. The number three thing I would love to talk about today is the stock market. I know a lot of people will be like, I've heard about people losing out in the stock market. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. So today, come closer. I want to tell you something. See, investments, I know there are high risk investments, and the possibility of you losing out when it comes to stock is higher than in mutual funds and treasury bills. So what I advise people to do when it comes to stock is, as a beginner, don't chase the hype. As a beginner, don't follow trends. As a beginner, you want to make money in the stock market, sit your butts down and do your research. Don't just listen to what people come online to say. Get a coach, someone that has been in the stock market for some time, someone that has been watching what the stock market is all about, someone that can hold you by the hand and teach you what you need to know about the stock market. And one advice I give to people that are new into the stock market is go for blue chip stocks. Don't buy because others are buying. All those kind of shares, all those stocks that have stood the test of time, like Dangote and the likes, like Zenith Bank, all those kind of shares that they've stayed for years, they've been paying interest consistently. Those are the kind of stocks I would encourage you to invest your money in. Don't just buy because every other person is saying buy. Do your research, and if you do your research well, you have a community of like-minded individuals that are also looking for the same thing you are looking for, I believe you will get it right. Let me also use this opportunity to let you know that I teach students, I teach people who want to gain knowledge on investment, on how to go about stocks. I teach them the rules, all they need to know when it comes to stocks, investment, shares, what have you. Once you want to learn, you want to gain the knowledge, I teach that. You can do well to send me a message either on my Facebook page or on my Instagram page. I'll be leaving a link in the comment section so you can reach me easily if this is something you want to go deep on, you want to dive into investment and you don't want to make mistakes. Number four thing I recommend people to also start with, if you are just new into investment, is fintech and saving platforms. We have the likes of Piggyvest, we have the likes of Carrywise. I know you might be inquisitive, I know you might be anxious, you might be feeling, what if these apps suddenly vanish with my money? I want you to understand there is something called research. Do your due diligence. Wherever your money wants to go to, make research about it. The good news is the FCC, they are always making researches on platforms we shouldn't work with and platforms we should work with. So make your research. At this particular app I want to work with, are they licensed? Are they good to go? If I put my money in them, will my money suddenly vanish? If I invest with them, what will happen to my money? Some of these fintech app, they also do, they also use your money to invest. So they have a stipulated amount of money they pay you as interest when you stock your money with them for 1 year, 6 months or thereabouts. Do your research, ask questions, know what their interest rate is like, read about them before considering putting your money into it. Don't just invest because someone told you to invest. Don't just do a thing because someone said you should do a thing, because if there should be any risks, you really want to bear the risk. So it's always good that when you've gotten an information, go back and do your research about it. So the last on my list today, if you have 100,000 and you're considering on investing, I would say you should consider investing with the federal government saving bond. Yes, the federal government saving bond is also another place where you can invest your money for a stipulated amount of interest, of which it can be within the range of 18 to 7. It can be within the range of 17 to 18%. So, and this money is normally paid quarterly. It is normally paid quarterly. Let's say you invested 100,000 naira with the federal government, and if their interest rate should be 17 point something percent, it simply means that your entire interest for that money should be 17,000, and if it is 18 or 18 point something, to be amounting to 18,000. That 18,000 will not just be paid to you, bam, no, it will be paid to you quarterly. That is, you're gonna divide that 18,000 by 4, and the money will be paid to you quarterly. I hope this video was helpful. If this video was helpful, please let me know in the comment section. I would love to know what you think about this particular video. Thank you. See you in my next video.